All right, welcome to another Blocky Music. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. We got the wrong one up. We're gonna be doing this, The Little Mermaid for the NES in
No, God.
celebration of the fact that the Little
No.
Mermaid movie just came out.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna do The Little Mermaid for NES, and yeah, I mean it's super blocky. It's a Nintendo Entertainment System, so very very blocky. It was made by Capcom, who made Mega Man and Street Fighter and all these other things. Um, yeah, back they had a licensing deal with with Disney at the time, where they were putting out all the Disney games. So one of them was The Little Mermaid, and we're just gonna go for it. Anything to add? Oh, I have Janet and Alyssa, the usual suspects.
Yes, yes. Doo-doo.
But we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. We're gonna start. We're gonna start. We're gonna start.
Oh my god. Yo.
All right, stage one, Sea of Coral. You know what? Let Janet. You can go first.
I mean, it sounds like you're underwater, which is great. I don't know what you're doing in this game. You're just swimming around.
Oh yeah, I
Is
guess
it kind of like the story of the Little Mermaid, or she has a
it's-
different?
I think it is. Like it's supposed to be kind of like the story of the Little Mermaid, but obviously it's like Nintendo, so you can't really match it like you can later on in like the other games. But it's an NES game, so it's like a platformer kind of thing where you go left to right and you just attack enemies and stuff. The only difference is that instead of like jumping and like that kind of stuff, you're in the water, so you're
swimming.
just swimming around, like kind of like when you play those games and you're like a spaceship and you just kind of move around. It's kind of like
Okay.
that, except that you're not a
Sure.
spaceship. You're a mermaid in the water. But it's like the same kind of physics where you're not like, you're not like falling to your doom or whatever. And then she attacks
Got it.
she like flips her tail and then like a bubble comes out and then she
Oh.
captures enemies and then she throws the enemies. I think that's how it goes. Or she flicks the like bubble and then she uses the bubble with an enemy in it to hit another enemy. Something like that. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that it sounds very underwatery. It's giving me very much under the sea vibes, like the song itself. It's trying to like mimic it, which I think is awesome. Um I can't give it. I mean, can I give it? I should, but I won't. I'll give it a
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
She's glitching out.
Janet's bias is gonna be all over this.
Cause maybe there's another one that's better. Um I don't I I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4. And that's fine. We're gonna work with that.
Okay. Alyssa, what do you got?
I liked it. It was a nice, like, jolly little tune. Very, very happy, high beats. I could see that because like coral's colorful. So yeah, it should be happy. It should be like good. That's where all the fishes is. That's where all the life is. That's where the party's at.
That is where the
So
party's at, yes.
yeah, it is where the party's at. So yeah, we like the energy. Um, I'm good with it having a 4. I know if Janet and I disagree on stuff, I'm probably gonna lose because Janet loves Little Mermaid. So
Okay, we'll do a 4. I was gonna say also because you guys are like, oh yeah, it's jolly. Like it's also different in comparison to all the other stuff that we listen to because a lot of the times it's like action music or like battle music or it's very like intense. This is
Or
very
you're like
much
murdering something.
yeah. This is very much not. This is like it's an adventure, but it's like not like Mega Man. The fate of the world is in your hands. It's like you gotta get to the thing for the dingle hopper. So the next one is called Sunken Ship. Okay, Janet's sunken ship.
I thought this was gonna be a lot more suspenseful because like when she's in the ship wreckage, like looking at it, she's supposed to be a lot more careful because like the sharks and you're not supposed to be in this area. This one just sounded happy as well. Like I'm supposed to be, I'm not supposed to be here, and yet I am. There's no sense of danger. I don't know what she's supposed to be doing here. I don't know, collecting dingle hoppers, I guess. She sounds very happy, which I mean, that's okay. But I was expecting more of like a ooh, better watch out. So I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah.
Okay. Alyssa, what do you give Sunken Ship?
Yeah, it was definitely another jolly little tune. Yeah, I don't know. I guess when I read Sunken Ship, I also expect it to be a little bit more creepy sounding. Some low notes, different composition to the song, I suppose. But this is also Ariel, who does not know fear and gives 0 fucks. So
This is true.
Yeah.
She is a rebel.
She's a rebel. I mean, I think 3 is fair because it's still like a good tune. I don't know. I might even like move it to a 2 later down the line, but we can do a 3 right now.
Whoa. Okay, we'll do. And also, I actually haven't heard the full of this because this game's hard, and I don't think I got past level 1.
Wow.
So, and I might have gotten to level 2, but it was a long time ago anyway. So this is first time hearing from me too. I'm also hearing and experiencing this with you guys all at the same time, dude. The next one is Sea of Ice. It's probably cold.
Oh my god, the cat just broke into my room. Did you let him in or did he break in?
All right. I did have to miss basically the entire of that because the cats were being rambunctious, so I had to run up and like corral them.
Let bacon into my room.
But from what I heard, I don't know. I was digging it. But I don't know. Janet, you tell me what did I miss?
I like that some of the notes were a little higher pitch, giving it a like a sharpness to it,
Yes.
or like I'm like I came prepared, y'all. Look at me. Oh my god. That's all I had. Given that it's cold, right? You got to be more on the lookout because you don't want to. I'm thinking of like those when like ice is like melting and it gets to that pointy part and you don't want to hurt yourself,
Oh yeah, the icicles.
right?
Yes.
Like there, that's the word. I was on a roll and then I stopped. So I also it's just these are just happy tunes. Which is great. I mean, why would I want like sad ones? Maybe the last one will be a little bit more like tense. This one I give it a 4. I like it more than Sunken Ship.
Okay. Do you like it more than Sea of Coral?
No.
Okay, that was there was no hesitation. Alyssa?
Yeah, this is definitely still like a nice tune. Definitely still. Oh dear God, the cats are breaking in because you open the door just enough. I'm gonna have to get up. Give it a 3. It's definitely better than Sunken Ship. I need to get up. Okay. Oh wait, no, he's in here. Oh, is it still recording?
It's still recording.
Okay. Janet, what are we gonna talk about?
Yes. Wow. Well, that's what happens when you own a dozen cats in a very small place.
Technically, it's half a dozen.
Gosh, that doesn't make it any better.
They're both.
Wow.
That's fine if they're under the bed. I'll take care of it. How was Little Mermaid movie, Janet?
Oh my god. Well,
Well,
girl, girl, let me tell you, it was a magical experience to have
uh-huh.
watched The Little Mermaid not once, but twice
Twice.
opening
Uh-huh.
weekend.
Uh-huh.
It was great. They added new songs to it, and I was like, "What?" I was a little taken aback when I first heard them, and then I heard them, and I was like, "You know what? This is it. This is great." Now the soundtrack is on repeat on my phone, specifically the song that Prince Eric sings. What? Yes, Prince Eric sings,
Oh,
and it's amazing. And just they patched up so many there were so many little parts of the original that you were like, what? And then this movie clears it all up, and it's just a wonderful story. They don't The chemistry between the main two are it's just amazing. Did I dislike Flounder the entire time? Just visually? Yes. But voice acting was fine. He came through, he sang wonderfully. A
that's
voice
all you
actor
could really ask.
Crab, it was a very forced Jamaican accent, but you know what?
Oh.
It's okay. Um, Fun fact, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm gonna tell you, the original voice actor, her name is Jodie Benson. She makes a cameo in this movie, and guess who flipped when she saw her? I was like,
She had that
Wait.
that Avengers Endgame moment where he lifts up the hammer. Janet just starts screaming at the top of her lungs.
I couldn't, I'm like, oh my God, I know who that is. And both people that I went to go watch it with, I had to stop. And I was like, do you know who that is? I don't think you know who that is. That's Jodie Benson. And let me explain to you who she is. Then I went to a whole spiel about every single time that you hear the Little Mermaid in like a toy or in like an audio of anything is gonna be Jodie Benson. Um, it was great. I didn't really like, no offense to Melissa McCarthy, but I was like, you know what? She's okay. She's there because she's there, but I was whatever's. Every other character was fine. Oh, my mother is now saying hello. Yes. No, I don't have a grappador. I don't have a grappador. Hey.
I like how this, like, hey, let's set aside some time to do Blocky music. All right, are we all set? All right, let's do it. And then it's just like, cats, mom, cats, mom.
She thinks I still own like a lot of school supplies. I'm like, mother, it's a miracle I still have pens. Like, why would I need any of that? Because she's doing some arts and crafts right now. But no, I genuinely do not have a mini stapler, mother of all things.
How dare
work
you
with
not
people.
support your mother's craft needs?
I have glue. I have millions of paintbrushes that she has used and not given back. Not that I paint, but like, I bought them.
All right.
You exist to
Anyways.
support her.
Anyway, back to what we were. Alyssa, what did you give this? I'm sorry, I had to get
A
up.
3.
A 3, and Jenna gave it a 4.
And she said below sunken ship, right? Or above?
Yeah. Below.
No, below.
So I think
Whoa.
the compromise is 3, but above, because Jenna wanted to give it a 4. Right?
Wait, no. I wanted this above sunken ship. I'm sorry. A 3 above sunken ship.
Okay, and Jenna wanted us as a 4. I mean, that can go either way. I guess we'll find out, soon. I mean, this is a short sound. There's only 5 songs. So the next one, and I keep missing stuff. I actually want to hear these. Is Undersea Volcano.
Oh dear God.
All right, Janet, Undersea Volcano.
That one was a bop. I like that one. There was at the very beginning, sounded like bubbles And what came to mind when I thought of Undersea Volcano was there's a specific scene in Nemo where they're in a tank, and obviously they're in a tank, but there's like a plastic volcano, and then just hearing the sounds of like bubbles. I don't know if they're trying to mimic that in the very beginning of this song. That's what came to mind. I thought that was cool. The ending of this like loop, nice that you could just dance to it. It's just nice and jolly. I like this one was as happy as like Sea of Coral, so I want to give it a 4, and I would put it below Sea of Coral.
Okay. Alyssa, what do you think of Undersea Volcano?
Yeah, another jolly tune. I don't know. I feel like, well, I don't know. I guess it's under the ocean, so it's a little different. The magma gets cooled very quickly. It's not quite as deadly as when it's above the water. But I don't know. I kind of imagine it being a little bit more, again, intense, like the sunken ship, and it ain't. But it is a nice tune. I would give it a 3 and put it at the top of the threes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that like that's you guys. I mean, compromise there already. It's just you guys both have it in the same spot. Just one's the star rating's different.
And Janet hates me.
Okay. And the last one, speaking of Melissa McCarthy, is Ursula's Castle. All right, Janet, Ursula's Castle.
I know y'all heard the bubbles in
I
this.
did. I was like the bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
See, it was there. There's a lot more in your face in this song. I mean, I guess it's pretty fun in Ursula's Castle. It's
where the
not
party's at.
any. Yeah, it doesn't sound like I should be scared of
Dying.
her aunt. Did you know that that's her aunt? I don't know if y'all knew this, but it's been finally confirmed in this new film that that's her aunt.
Oh, God.
It was just, because I'm telling you, man, the animated version, there were so many questions left unanswered. But yes, it's her aunt.
Canceled too soon.
I'm gonna give it. Can I give this one a 4?
You can give it whatever you want. It's just, then Alyssa.
Will it make it to a 4?
He's going to get dragged down by the depths of the sea.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4, and it's gonna be below Sea of Coral.
Okay, and Alyssa, what do you got for Ursula's Castle?
It's like the same thing, with all the other songs. We're very happy. For some things that it's like maybe it shouldn't sound so happy, but whatever. I'm not Ariel, just like giving zero shits about my life.
Wow.
It was a nice tune. I would give it a 3. And I do like the bubble sounds, Janet, but honestly, I think I like Undersea Volcano better than Ursula's Castle.
Ooh.
I know there's a door nearby, Alyssa. I'm gonna need you to walk through it and then come back.
I think here the compromise is Undersea Volcano goes to 4, and then that one goes there, and then it's a 3. Because you wanted Undersea Volcano as a 4 before, and that's okay. So that's that. We're gonna replay them. I think, like, honestly, because who knows how this was made, right? Like, I don't know. I wasn't at the meeting, the chair meeting or whatever. I feel like it was like they were like, hey, developers, like Capcom Japan, like, we need to put this game out and we need a soundtrack. They're like, oh, what is it about? What is it? And they're like, it's about that new movie with the Little Mermaid. And they're like, I ain't seen it. We ain't got it translated yet. And then they're like, well, here's a song. And they gave them like Under the Sea. They're like, listen to this one song, and then that's your like reference of what the music in this land is. And they're like, all right, say less. And then they were like, here's 5 songs, and they're like, all right, whatever, like just put them in. And then that's why they all sound so bubbly and fun, because that was probably the only reference song that they had.
Wow. Could be. We'll never know. You could
We'll
easily do
never
research.
know.
But I don't want to do that.
I mean, I don't think there's like, 10 Wikipedia pages on the development of the Little Mermaid for the NES. That being said,
Janet would beg to differ on that.
we will start from the
According
bottom.
to my research, actually, Victor.
Well, actually, if you go to the Wikipedia page for Jodie Benson in the comment 37, if you click the link on the right, there's a banner. We're going to start with the bottom, and then we're going to go work our way up. So, yeah. And I'll do all 3 in a row, and then you guys can duke it out after. Okay. Those 3. You guys figure it out.
I'm fine with how they are in terms of order. Rating is a different thing, but in terms of order, I think it's good.
I too am fine with the order. It's a small soundtrack, so I think that's a little easier to accomplish.
Okay, I'm. Let's finish. Let's do this. I was gonna stop the cat because I heard them just knocking things over and it was crazy. But I missed the last part. What Alyssa said. You said leave them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I heard all of Janet's thing, and then I heard, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're causing they're warring.
All right, and then the last 2 are gonna be Sea of Coral and Undersea Volcano. All right, the last 2. What are you guys doing?
I'm good with how they are.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I am too.
I mean, processing. Yes. All right. Well, I mean wow, I was expecting more of like a, back and forth, but I guess not. You know,
Oh, she has an issue with the ratings.
oh, I know she does.
But
She's like, they're all tens. Um, the one thing I think I realized it while we were listening to some of these is, even though this is on the NES, none of these have a percussion track. Like, there's no drums or like tapping or anything to like move them along. And I didn't really notice it until like we were going through them, and I was like, it's a little weird because even on the NES, like they can do, like the Mega Man songs have it. So I just find it strange that they didn't do anything like that for these. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's why they feel so light too, because they don't even have like the kind of like the drum sound in the background to like amp it up or make it more like intense. I don't know, just a thought. But all right, that was The Little Mermaid for the NES. We're doing the out of 10 rankings. I'll give Janet the first go.
Well, I mean, I thought this was gonna have music of like
From the movie.
similar to the movie. But I mean, what was played here was nice. They were all upbeat. I'm gonna give this one like a 8. I was gonna do 7.5, but I'll give it an 8 just because it's the Little Mermaid.
Okay. Just there's no bias. It's just The Little
just a
Mermaid.
little.
Just a little bias.
Hey,
Little Mermaid.
I have yet, even though this is my all-time favorite film, Disney princess,
Franchise.
I did not give it a 10. I could have, and to this day, I have not given a 10 to any.
You haven't.
I've
You
given
haven't.
like 9s.
You've given 9s. I think
So.
Mega Man X is still reigning champion, where you gave a 9.
Rockman does hit different.
He do.
But no, Little Mermaid's gonna get an 8.
Okay, and then Alyssa, what's your final thought? Your final number?
I mean, like, because I generally do it by all the stars and whatnot, and how easily it is to listen to. It is easy to listen to. It's not like bad. It just kind of seems like mediocre soundtrack. Like, it has good tunes, but they're not like, yeah, that's a bop that's gonna stick with me. So I am going to give it a 6, just because we have a lot of, like, over half of it's 3s and there's 2 4s. So the good tunes, they're happy, they're cute. It's like, yeah, again, it's basically like, what did you say? This is a hard game. Ariel's like, oh, we got to make sure you don't get PTSD while playing this hard game. So here's happy music.
Yeah, this game is difficult. And like I've played all the Disney, all the Disney Capcom games, like Chip and Dale, DuckTales, all them games. The Little Mermaid is just on another level. Like, something about it, I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, how come I keep dying? Like, what? And then you get to the boss. I think the first boss is Flotsam and Jetsam, and they just wreck you. And I'm just like, how are you supposed to beat? What if you're like a 8-year-old girl and you're like, hey, here, child, here's your gift. It's the Little Mermaid for the Nintendo, and it's just like, how do I win? It's like, you don't. That's the fun part.
That would have been Janet growing up.
All right, well, that's Little Mermaid. Thank you guys for joining as always, and we'll see what the next one has in store. Go see the movie if you haven't, apparently.
Yeah, this is amazing.
All right, later.